I wanted to share with you a story of how we helped one of our clients exchange from an apartment building in Santa Monica to a local single-tenant property right here in Southern California. We have two partners that bought a property together on Harvard Street in Santa Monica. These two gentlemen self-managed for the 31 years and rode the Santa Monica market for a long time. They saw their property appreciate tremendously and decided they wanted to capture that equity and reinvest it into something that gave them a much better yield and disposable income that they can use today. They had decided to reach out to 3 different brokers to get an opinion of value, as well as to interview them for the process of who's going to be hired to market them. We were lucky to be one of those 3. We were really blessed to have the opportunity to represent the family. Part of their interview process, they were really adamant about understanding how we were going to market the property. And we really drove our 14-point marketing plan during our meetings and conveyed to them that we don't just put a property on the market. We're aggressive, we're hands-on, we find the local buyers, we source buyers that are not local, and that really helped them understand that we take a very hands-on approach to marketing. Equally as important, though, of selling the property for this family was helpful in knowing what the 1031 exchange process was like and how we could help them through that. That was really crucial for them to have comfort, since we have the largest inventory of triple net properties nationwide, and my team and I have experience in trading several clients to these assets. They knew that we were the right guys for them. Lastly, they asked for referrals that we were happy to give them, and they knew a lot of the mutual clients that were friends of theirs that gave them the ultimate comfort level. So let's talk about the deal. So we started our marketing efforts in doing what we do best. We took it to market with a really clear, detailed plan of how we're going to generate offers, tours, and get the right buyer in contract. We put together a beautiful video of the building, a marketing brochure, of course, and we started our process that generated over a dozen tours. Since there were 2 vacancies, it was really easy for us to get to the building. We had keys from the ownership and ran the tours ourselves, not to bother them too much. Of the 12 tours we generated, we had 5 written offers from qualified buyers. Now, part of our vetting process is to understand how they're going to finance the deal, if at all, what their due diligence requirements are, and what they're going to do during this due diligence period. We discovered a buyer that was all cash, wanted the vacancies to remain vacant, which was important for us, and it was important knowing that they weren't going to get any financing because it was over a 10% threshold on vacancy. And the buyer owned in Santa Monica and was really excited for the deal. We went under contract with them and closed within 99% of our asking price. I mean, we basically hit our number. It was great. The ownership was really happy. And during this entire period, we showed them trade properties from the day we went on the market all the way until the close of escrow. Before we closed escrow on Harvard, we had already had their up leg under contract, in their control, and doing due diligence. So let's talk about the up leg. We were showing our client trade properties from the day they hired us to market their down leg. Every week on Friday, we would send a sample inventory. And based on their feedback, we really learned what they don't like, which is equally as important to learn what you like. Once we picked a buyer, we started showing them much more tailored triple net properties that captured their interest. One of them was a 99-cent store adjacent to a McDonald's in Escondido, a highly trafficked area just off of Ash Street. This property was being sold because of a partnership dissolution, and we saw it as a great opportunity for our client to do an exchange into Southern California triple net corporate guarantee lease, which is what they decided they ultimately wanted. They wanted to be in their backyard. The property had an annual rent of $235,000 a year in net income. Again, triple net lease. We helped them during really difficult negotiations with the seller. During those negotiations, we got the seller to carry financing for them, which helped our client get to a net income of $7,800 a month. That's significantly more than the $4,300 to $4,500 a month they were getting from the Santa Monica building. They increased their cash flow by over 75%, and they found the ideal trade property for their exchange. To get more examples like this, or to see what kind of inventory we have available for you, please reach out. We have the largest inventory of single tenant properties in the country, and about 30% of our clients are moving from multifamily to single tenant. Thanks.